Hey everybody, Brent over at Revive Auto Detailing. This time of year we get a lot of questions around what's the best way to keep my vehicle exterior clean with all the salt and sand and expected snow that's going to come this year. How do I keep all of it off of there? So I'm going to talk about a couple different options. I'm going to talk about going through car washes and a couple of different options that are available there, as well as hand washing and different ways that you can go about doing that. Now, I'm not going to get into the details of any of these. We do have some training classes come up, and I'll put that in the notes here so you can see what's coming. But I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of each process. So starting with hand wash, the most common is the 2-bucket hand wash. So it's an industry term. It basically simply means you're using 2 buckets to wash your vehicle. 1 bucket is intended for the dirty water to end up in, and the other bucket has your clean soapy water. Now that process is going to give you the best results. So the pros for a 2-bucket hand wash is you're going to get great results from doing that. You're going to be able to wash every surface. You're going to use the wash mitts and whatnot to get all of the dirt off the vehicle. That's the pro. The downside to a 2-bucket method is you want to invest in all of the products and tools necessary. So having 2 buckets, having the hand tools like the tools to get inside the spokes on your wheels, drying towels. That's a big thing that we highly recommend this time of year if you're doing a 2-bucket method, is a big drying towel. This can cut a ton of time off the process of washing your vehicle. When you've got that was a 24 by 36 drying towel, you can dry the entire vehicle in a fraction of the time of what it might take with a small microfiber. Anyway, investing in all that stuff is going to be the downside of the 2-bucket method. You're going to probably spend $250 to have everything that you need. And also storing it. You've got to store all this stuff. You want to have it handy so that when you're ready to wash, it's easy to pull out, get the vehicle washed, and put it back away. So that's the most preferred method. You're going to get the best results. You're going to minimize any risk of introducing scratches into your vehicle, which you'll hear in some of the other practices that we can implement. They're more efficient but higher risk. So high quality wash, high investment in time and resources to be able to do the 2-bucket method. Then there's what's called a waterless or a rinseless wash. In both of those processes you're not using a pressure washer at all. You're simply using, in the rinseless, you're using a bucket of soapy water. You're using that and the microfiber sponge to clean the surface of the car, but you're not pre-washing it. So if there's a lot of dirt and grime on the vehicle, this process doesn't work because you're going to end up picking up a lot of dirt in here, and that's where the risk of introducing scratches into the surface of the car. So if the car is generally clean and just has dust on it, the waterless or rinseless are options. Now, I didn't mention the waterless. Waterless is simply a spray product that's a cleaner that you spray on the vehicle, and you're using microfibers to roll across. Do I have microfiber? You're using a microfiber to roll across the surface of the vehicle and lift any dirt up, and you're typically going to take the microfiber and you're going to kind of roll, and by doing that you're not allowing the dirt to drag across it, you're rolling it up into the microfiber. Again, the rinseless and waterless are not great options when it comes to winter wash. And then the final one, so the best option for the best results is going to be the 2-bucket wash. Get rid of the other two, rinseless and waterless, in the winter months. Don't recommend them all. And then the final one for hand wash or DIY wash is a touchless home wash. In that process, you're going to take your pressure washer, a foam cannon, and a leaf blower or other drying tool to get the water off. So you're going to pressure wash the vehicle, get any loose dirt off. You're going to then use your foam cannon and you're just going to soap the vehicle. And you're going to get fully soapy, and then again pressure wash all of it off. Now, again, I'm not getting into all the details, but I want to give you that level of understanding. This is where we see people get into trouble. They use that process to wash it. It looks clean, but there's still a lot of dirt on the surface of the vehicle. You're not removing all the dirt. After they do the foam cannon and pressure wash touchless bath, they then take a drying towel and they dry the surface of the vehicle. And we have customers come in probably every month or two with micro scratches all over the surface of their vehicle, and we talk through, we ask them, explain to me what you did. And that's almost more often than not, that's the result. We hear that they did a touchless wash, but they used the towel to dry it, and a touchless wash is not going to get all the dirt off. So with that process, if you do that foam cannon, pressure wash all the dirt off. You want to use something like a leaf blower that's going to blow all of the water off the vehicle. And we also highly recommend having treated water, so you remove all the minerals out of there, because with your leaf blower, if you don't get all the water off and there's still minerals in the water, you're going to leave water spots on the vehicle. So that process is a great, the pros to that one, it's very efficient. You can get that done in less than an hour. The cons to it are you're not going to get the best results. But if it's in the middle of winter, you know you're going to go back out on salty and dirty roads. It's a great way to knock the dirt off quickly without giving it a full thorough clean, but to minimize the amount of dirt that's sitting on the vehicle long term. So those are the solutions for hand wash or do-it-yourself wash options. And then if you are going to go through a car wash, there's two different options there as well. So there's the touchless car wash, which has become more prevalent, and that's very similar to doing the foam wash that I just referred to. And there's also the touch, or what they call now a soft touch wash. So the phrasing soft touch and the transition that most of these drive-through car washes have gone through is they've moved to more of a neoprene product that isn't going to hold on to as much dirt, and it's not going to introduce the scratches that the old brushes would on a car wash. That being said, they are not able to shed water, or dirt rather, quickly enough for one car after another. So those are still going to hang on to some dirt, and they absolutely are going to introduce scratches into the surface of your car. So we recommend not using the soft touch or any contact touch wash process. It's just not great for the appearance of your vehicle long term. The other option, like I mentioned before, is the touchless car wash. Now those are fabulous for, similar to like I talked about the pressure washing solution where you're using the foam cannon, they're not touching your vehicle. They're putting products on the vehicle, they're gonna let the products dwell, and then they're gonna pressure wash it off. So those, the upside is very efficient, very low cost, typically $15. We don't even recommend using any of the extra stuff, especially if you have ceramic coating on your vehicle. It's unnecessary to add any of the waxes or whatnot. Efficient, low cost to do that. The downside, it's not going to give fabulous results. We all know that low down on the vehicle, they tend to miss. A lot of the SUVs, the back windows don't get done well. But they are still going to give you a decent clean in the middle of the winter months when you want to get it off. The downside is that it is going to degrade the surface of your vehicle and the coating on your vehicle more quickly, because those chemicals that they use have to be heavily concentrated because they're doing all the work. There's no friction or product that's being used like a wash mitt to remove it off of there, so the chemicals have to work extra hard. So if you're the type of person that wants to go through your touchless car wash on a weekly basis in the winter months, which I get, I'm that kind of person, you need to understand that the ceramic coating on your vehicle is not going to have the expected life that you may have planned when you had it installed on your vehicle, because those chemicals are going to break it down more quickly. Very efficient, very low cost solution. Minimal impact to the vehicle. You're not going to get the scratches like you would on a soft touch car wash, but it is going to degrade either the ceramic coating, or if you don't have ceramic coating, the clear coat. It's just going to break down more quickly. Now, if you're using it once a month, every other month, you're not going to notice a difference in the longevity of the surface protection on your vehicle like a ceramic coating.